everybody. Welcome into Watch Me Wednesday, episode number 37. I'm back. Last week I was gone. I was teaching in Yuma, Arizona, and I had a wonderful time with the Desert Lily Quilt Group. They were fantastic. And so I'm glad to be home and doing Watch Me Wednesday today. And today I thought I'd bring you something a little different than I have been, but I need to do a few checks with you guys. Hi everybody, welcome in today. I hope you guys are having a happy Wednesday. So first, just a few things that I need to, kind of the housekeeping stuff I want to do. First, I wanted to see, how you guys all doing? Remember back in January I gave you a little challenge of finishing up your UFOs that you have. Hi everybody. How is everybody doing with that? Are you getting your UFOs accomplished, or are you just starting new projects? Me, for one, I'm not doing so well on the UFO part, doing new projects because they all have deadlines. But if you're finishing up your UFOs, definitely post a comment here that you're finishing up, or if you finished it, put a picture in here in the comment section. That'd be fantastic. I'd love to see what you're working on. As you can see, I'm in a little dress with tank top. We have beautiful, gorgeous weather here in Arizona, and I can't be happier. However, I know a lot of you are still going through a cold blast, and I feel really bad about that. I actually am heading back east next Wednesday. I'm going to be gone for about a week and a half. And so I have to take my flip-flops off and trade them in for closed-toed shoes, and take my shorts and trade them in for jeans again. So hopefully I'll bring some of that warm weather to where I'm going, to some of my friends on the East Coast. So cross your fingers that I can bring some of that sunshine and warm weather with me. So hi everybody. Anyway, today is going to be a little bit different today. I also had also wanted to check. I did check the Quilt-alongs page again, and we have a few new posts on there. People are still working on their mountains and plains quilts. So if you're working on it, or if you finished it, please go ahead and post your pictures there. There are some really beautiful versions of the mountains and plains quilts on the Quilt-along page. And by the way, it's never too late to join in on that Quilt-along, because those videos still are available for anybody to join in at any time, and you can join the Facebook group as well. So speaking of Quilt-alongs, I am going to be putting a poll in the Quilt-along group as well as here on my Facebook page as to, I'm going to give you some choices as to which patterns you might like to do for an upcoming Quilt-along that I'll probably start in June at some point. But I'm going to give you guys the choices, so you get to vote on which ones you would like to do. So I will keep your eyes peeled. I'm going to do that probably later today. So remember, I'm 3 hours behind the East Coast too, so if it's later today, some of you might be in bed already, so make sure you check back in the morning. But I'm going to put a poll here and also in the Quilt-along group to see what you guys might be interested in. Just vote on your favorite pattern that you might be wanting to do as the next Quilt-along. So, and I hope many of you join in. So that's that. I am going to be doing 2 giveaways at the end of my video today. So hit the share button so that others can get in the love. We're going to keep the giveaway open through till Friday, so we're going to have a lot of time for people to get in on the giveaway, and I'll give you specifics on that and what I'm giving away as well. But today I wanted to talk about silks. Hi everybody. Silks. You can see that I have a very large stack here, and I'm going to be showing you some of them. I have kind of an eclectic taste in fabric, and yes, silk happens to be one of those tastes. As you've seen, I love African fabrics, Australian fabrics. Of course, batiks are my #1 love, but I love working with silks too. I don't often get the chance to do it, but when I do, I love working with them, and that's why I have this huge stack here in front of me. So I'm going to show you. Let me just angle down. You're going to see my stack? That is my stack of silks. And I'm going to show you, there's a couple different kinds in here. I'm going to show you what I do to work with silks, because silks can be a little bit tricky to work with. And I also have quilted silk quilts with silk thread. Now, I will tell you, for those of you who know, a silk wet is probably the finest, lightest weight thread that you can get. It's 100 weight. So it's very, very fine and very, very thin. And it blends right into your, it kind of sinks right into your quilting. A lot of people who do applique use silk for applique because it's so thin that the stitches are hidden. So if you're a hand appliquer, how many of you do hand applique? And how many of you use silk to do that hand applique? I'd be interested to find out. Anyway, I'm going to show you a few things about silk and show you some of my silks here too. Now, some of you may have seen this before. This is a silk piece that I have done. And I think I showed this when I did the mini twister tutorial. This is all done with Dupioni silks. So a Dupioni silk, if you can see, I'm going to get real close to the camera here. If you can see, this, it's kind of nubby. Can you see, let's see, can you see those nubs in the fabric? It's got like these little, I don't know, I call them nubs is what they are, but it's not a silky, smooth finish to it. It gives it a little character, and you can kind of, I don't know, can you see that better there maybe? But one of the things, one of the cardinal rules of working with silk, especially in quilting, is that silk frays. So you can see here on the edge, the very edge of that there's a little bit of fraying. So what you need to do before you work with silk is you need to back it with a lightweight stabilizer. Now, I iron it on. I prefer, and I'll show you what I use when I work with silk, and I'll show you the back of this quilt. This is what I actually like to use. This is called, it's Pellon shirt tailoring. So it is an iron-on fusible interfacing, and what that does is it will prevent the silk from fraying when you go to cut it. You can't, if you wait until after you cut your silk to apply this, you're going to get fraying while you cut it. So you need to iron this on before you cut your silk. Now, I'm sure that some of you out there who have used silk maybe use a different interfacing. I'd love to know what you use for your interfacing. I've been wanting to try Misty Fuse on my silk. I have not tried it yet. I'm not sure how much fraying that will prevent, but I'll show you the back of this quilt. So see how this whole thing is backed with, except for that one little, no, that, actually it's all covered. No, wait, there we go. There's one little spot that I missed there. But it's all covered with that interfacing. Do you see that? So that has prevented, and you can see the back side is not fraying. So you see that? How those seams, if you look at the seams, there's no fraying in there, or extremely small amount. Silk frays a lot. Now, obviously, I have not quilted that quilt yet either, and I will at some point quilt it, but you really need to be careful with that. So, I'm going to show you a few more examples of silk, and you're going to see in these that there is some fraying that has began because it's just, I haven't cut into it yet. It's just in my stash. So these are some silks that my daughter, my mom, and my brother have gotten me from China. My brother used to live in China for 3 years. And so there, you can get pattern silks. Now these are more of your traditional type silks. Pamela says she uses Form Flex. It's a woven fusible interfacing and can be pre-washed before using it. Okay. I will have to look into that, Pamela. Thank you very much for that. So you can see, I'm just going to show you a little bit of where, see how it's starting to fray here? Can you see that? See how the threads, and that will continue to do that if I don't back that. So I don't want to cut into it before I back it with some type of interfacing to prevent that fraying. So you have to, because it's in my stash, I have to handle it pretty gingerly. So here's another one, another beauty from China, okay? I love these, and you know, the colors that they had picked out for me. Let's see, Melody says, Misty Fuse might be worth a try. I made only one silk dupioni wall hanging and used fusible tricot, soft, supple, quilted like a charm. Nice, good to know, Melody. So here's another one. I just love the colors that my family picked out for me when they went to China. So here's another one. And these are definitely more silky, very, you know, that smooth texture versus the dupioni where you have that nubby feeling. Here's another one. Aren't they pretty? And they all actually go together quite well. And they're shredding and fraying over here like crazy. This one's really pretty, this gold. Isn't that pretty? Thank you, Betsy. I love my silk too. This is my favorite color. Oh my gosh. So this one is one of my faves. Isn't that beautiful? It's that fuchsia pink. Gotta love it, right? Never thought you could use silk in a quilt. Yes, absolutely can use silk in a quilt. You just have to remember to back it. Here's another pretty one. Isn't that beautiful? Now, interesting, I want to show you the back of this silk. Look at how it's striped on the back. That's just because of the weave of the silk. Silk is actually one of the strongest fibers out there, believe it or not. Okay, now I want to show you, this is my, so I'm going to turn you down just a little bit. This is my dupioni collection. So I'm going to get you in a little closer so you can kind of see. This is my dupioni collection. So this is the one that has the dupioni. You see how it's fraying like crazy? I don't know if you could see that. See how it's fraying like crazy? So this is the dupioni collection. Let's see. Can you see the little nubs in there? Isn't that bright, brilliant purple? And then we've got the orange, which I love, orange, and some pink, which I love pink. As many of you know, I love pink. But look at what I did. I also have this beautiful black and white check. Love, love, love that. And it's also a silk, but it's a dupioni because it's got those little nubs in it. But I also loved it. I couldn't resist this color palette, right? This is like those teals and greens and aquas. And I kind of put some pinks in there too. But let me see if I can get down here. Oh, here, wait a second. I'm going to put this aside. Okay, ready? So this one is almost like a two-tone silk. Can you see that? How there's like the teal and the fuchsia in there. It kind of gives that purple tone. Now, here's a cool one. So I've got some other silks that were just picked up in passing. Is that cool, the stripe? Now this is also a silk as well. So you can get silk in prints and all kinds of things. These are just little tiny pieces that I had. So I build my collection. And then of course, then I go into more dupioni. Dupioni by far is what I have most of. See how this one's fraying? Can you see that? That you need to prevent that, you need to go ahead and back it, okay? This one is a combination, I don't know if you can tell, but there's orange and green in there together. It's so pretty, so pretty. And then of course, the staple, I love the black. So those are some of my silks. Now, about your threads, again, let me just put these back because I don't want these to fray anymore. All right, so let's put you back here. There we go. So, all right. Can you all see me now? Okay. Oh, now you have to start a whole new stash. I love it, Kay. I'm sorry. I'm such an enabler, right? Oh, my gosh. So these, I would love to see what you start to collect. By the way, you can get them if you go to like quilt shows and stuff. You can get them. Actually, one of my friends who owns Easy Piecing, there's her website. You can see. You can get 5 fat quarters. Now silk is a little more expensive, so depending on where you go. A lot of these I collected when I went to New York City to the garment district with my friend Victoria Finley Wolf. We went on a shopping spree and got a lot of silk. So, and here's another one. Who's this one? This is, I picked this up at a quilt show. It's Country Keepsakes Online. Was that fat quarter that I got. I like the color. And again, here's my friend from Easy Piecing fat quarters. So you can, there's a lot of sources out there. You can just Google it and find it. Some quilt shops actually carry them. I know that shop here in Phoenix that I teach at, the Bernina Connection, has some silk there. So you can get it there as well. So, you know, give it a try. If you're looking for a particular color or depth of color, something a little different, something that has some sheen to it, silk is a great way to go. But just remember to back it. Now the thread, again, I pieced this whole little top with just regular 50 weight thread. Now, as far as the silk thread, certainly you can quilt it with this silk weight thread. If you're doing applique, use silk thread. It's 100 weight, so it's a lot thinner. And remember, if you're going to quilt it with 100 weight thread, that 100 weight thread is going to blend and just kind of sink right into your quilt. So just be wary of that. If it's something that you want to see the quilting on, you may not want to do the 100 weight silk thread. You may want to go a little thicker on your thread if you really want to see that quilting. Okay, so that's probably about it that I want to cover right now on the silk. But remember I said I have some giveaways? I do. So hit that share button. So because I'm going to keep these giveaways open until Friday midnight, and then Saturday, well, I'll be gone Saturday. I'll probably put the winner up on Sunday. So maybe I'll keep the giveaway open through Saturday. But by the way, if any of you are here in Arizona, I am the guest speaker at the Arizona Quilters Guild on Saturday in Lake Havasu City. So if you are planning on going, stop and say hello to me. I'll be there all day. I would love to see you, which would be a lot of fun. And then on Monday, I'll be teaching at in Cottonwood, Arizona, and I'll be doing a day class there. Then I head back to the East Coast, so I get to see a lot of you, hopefully, who are watching. I am doing a lecture and a trunk show at Colchester Mills Fabric in Connecticut on Thursday of next week, so a week from tomorrow. So if you want to see me, definitely give them a call and register for the lecture. I would love to see you. It's in Colchester, Connecticut, Colchester Mill Fabric. Then I'm teaching a 3-day boot camp, a Judy Niemeyer boot camp in Connecticut in New Hartford. And from there, I head up on to Vermont, up to the Stronghouse Inn in Vergennes, Vermont, and teach a quilting retreat there. And it's a finish it up Judy Niemeyer retreat. So if you are in Vermont and you are so inclined to register for a retreat now, it's a finish up your Judy Niemeyer project. So if you've got one in progress and you're thinking, well, I'd like to work on that, you can join in. You can still join in. There's still probably, I think, 1 or maybe 2 spaces left in that. So, and that's coming up in 2 weeks because I'm going to be on the East Coast for a week and a half. Anyway, so I hope to see some of you in those locations that are coming up. And if you ever want to see my schedule, by the way, it's on my website. Just hit schedule at the top. All right, enough of that. I'm going to do the giveaway. So I'm a little bit behind in my Quilty Box giveaways. So I'm going to give 2 away today. I'm going to give one of the Quilty Box minis and a big Quilty Box. So I bet you some of you are wondering what I got. So again, I said I'm a little bit behind in them. So the first one is a Quilty Box mini. And for those of you who are not familiar with Quilty Box, you got to get familiar with them. Okay, I was the featured designer in the January Quilty Box, and there's some really great quilters right now in the Quilty Boxes. So anyway, hit that share button, and I'm gonna show you what's in this Quilty Box mini. So one of you is gonna win this Quilty Box mini. So in this one, you get a charm pack of Elizabeth Hartman's Terrarium collection. right? Look at those pretty fabrics. First of all, look at the print. Isn't that pretty? And look at the fabrics. Oops, can you see? Aren't they pretty? Pretty fabrics. So you win a charm pack of that. You win a spool of Aurifil thread. You get a pattern in there to use your charm squares. So you get a pattern, and you get the Bundles of Inspiration magazine, which also has an additional pattern in it. I'm going to show you this additional pattern. Oh my gosh, wait till you see it. Super cute jade and cottontail. Look at that, right? Is that awful cute? Oh my God, the little bunnies, right? So that's what's in this Quilty box mini. So one of you can win this, okay? After I show you everything, I'll tell you what the rules are for the giveaway. So hang tight, okay? And definitely share, for sure, share this video. Now, the next giveaway is one of the big Quilty boxes, okay? So wait till you see this one. Another fantastic designer. So this one has stuff from Julie Herman in there, Jaybird Quilts, okay? So the first thing that you're gonna get in here is her little sidekick ruler, okay? That comes in the box. Then, of course, you're gonna get the Bundles of Inspiration magazine, and in it, you get the pattern to use the sidekick ruler, which is the Nova table topper. Is that cute? And you get some more Aurifil thread, which we love. And look it, you get the fabric, the Kona cotton solids to complete that Nova table topper. Really cool, right? So those are the two Quilty boxes that I'm going to be giving away for the giveaway today. And so here's all you got to do. You have to share this video, so just click that share button. Tell me in a comment that you shared it, and then tell me in that same comment which you would prefer. Elizabeth Hartman's mini Quilty box or Jaybird's big Quilty box. So share it, tell me you've shared it in the comment, and tell me which you would prefer to win. I will leave the giveaway open until Saturday midnight, and then I'll announce the winner on Sunday since I'll be away all day Saturday. But you have to comment on this video, okay? The one on my Canton Village Quiltworks page. If you put a comment anywhere else or send me a private message, it doesn't count because it's got to be a random drawing. So it's got to be in the comments in this video. So if you want to be entered, you got to do those things. Share it, say you shared it, and tell me which one you want in a comment on this video, okay? And I'll put the instructions above me after I'm done and I post this video. All those instructions will be right above me just in case you forgot. So anyway, so since I'm going away next week, I'll actually be gone for the next 2 Wednesdays because I will be on the East Coast. I will be flying on Wednesday to the East Coast, so I won't be able to do a Watch Me Wednesday. And the following Wednesday, I will be teaching a retreat up in Vergennes, Vermont, so I won't be able to do Watch Me Wednesday. So stay tuned. So I'll be gone for 2 weeks, and I will announce a winner, though, for the Quilty box coming up on Sunday. So I missed you all, and oh, and don't forget to watch for that poll for the next Quilt-along. Definitely cast your vote because we want to make the next Quilt-along a really, really good one. Okay? Have a great week, rest of your week. Great weekend, and I will see you in 3 weeks, but I will still be posting all along here on the page, so definitely stop in to say hi. Take care, everyone. Have a great, great week. Bye-bye.